Okay. Oh, mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, no, no. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's it. No, I'm kidding. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, good. Testing. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Testing. Test. Test. Testing. Test. Testing. 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 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Testing. 1, 2, 3. I can only count up to 6 today. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Test. 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 Okay.
All right, you got it? All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Dirk Draper. I'm the president and CEO of the Colorado Springs Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development Corporation. And here with our community partners, we're happy to announce the launch of the 5-Star program in El Paso County. Also like to thank our media partners for joining us today to help amplify this message across the community, to let businesses and consumers know that this program is now ready to begin. Today we're joined, and you'll hear remarks from Stan Vanderwerf, El Paso County he's with El Paso County, the chair of the Board of County Commissioners, Mayor John Suthers with the City of Colorado Springs, Susan Whelan, the director of El Paso County Public Health, and Greg Howard, the president of the Pikes Peak chapter of the Colorado Restaurant Association. And we're also joined, just to signify the regional nature of this program, that it is countywide, Mayor Pro Tem Greg Lauer with the City of Fountain. Today we're excited, again, to announce this, and we have two goals in launching this 5-Star program that the state has established. One, we hope that the 5-Star program provides relief to businesses operating in El Paso County, that as they are certified, they can operate at the next lower level of restrictions on the COVID dial where the county exists. For example, we're in level orange right now. Businesses that are certified through the 5-Star program can operate under yellow level conditions. Additionally, 5-Star certified businesses will receive publicity through organizations like the Chamber and EDC, with our media partners, with other business associations and social media platforms, assuring customers that they're safe and open for business. We know from experience over the last year how important consumer confidence is, and we know that a 5-Star program, as we've seen it operate in other counties, will do well in El Paso County, and we think that's third-party certifications, as will be done here, will help build that confidence. The effort of 5-Star has been ongoing since late 2020. The 5-Star program in El Paso County has been going on since late last year, and I applaud my colleagues and our partners in the community for getting us to this point. Particular credit goes to El Paso County, who's done the heavy lifting of setting up the program and submitting the application for our region to the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment. And also, the City of Colorado Springs has been incredibly supportive through this process. Without those two, we would not be here today. The 5-Star program information and application portal can be found on our website at the Chamber and EDC at cscedc.com/5-star. The comprehensive web page has been created. It is open this afternoon, and it's open for businesses to help determine if participation is a good fit for them. And it's also a site where applications and resources and frequently asked questions will be provided. Businesses of all kinds can apply for this. There are specific requirements for different industries. So businesses that are interested in, look first at the requirements, the guidance for your industry to ensure that you recognize the expectations that you would have to get certified. So specific industries such as restaurants, gyms, personal services, and business services all have specific information for them on our website. For more questions and for how to get started, please let a member of my staff know at the Chamber and EDC. If you're not able to find that, navigate there through our website. We can connect you to those resources and help answer your questions. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Stan Vanderwerf, Chair of the El Paso County Board of Commissioners. And as I leave the podium, I'll show you the logo that businesses will see in their windows, businesses that have been certified. It looks like this. You'll be able to see the 5 stars. This is unique to El Paso County, and it's clear that it's an El Paso County program. We're very pleased to have this for clear signage for those certified businesses. Commissioner Vanderwerf.
Please. Thank you, Mr. Draper, for the kind introduction. And welcome, everybody. Thank you all for being here. You know, today I would like to thank our county's partners who are here with us today as well, because this work that we have done, we've done in partnership with a team of people in our community. And today, as you know, we are announcing El Paso County's and our partners' approval to operate the state's 5-Star program. Now, this is now a tool for our local businesses to use at their own discretion through an application process. And Monday night, El Paso County finally received the approval from the state to operate this program in our region. And the program requires businesses to adhere to additional standards within their establishment, and in exchange, the state will allow the business to operate at a higher capacity limit than would otherwise be allowed under the current color dial system that we find ourselves in today. Now, as an organization, El Paso County has remained committed to staying safe and staying open. That's why throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, your El Paso County government and our regional partners have done everything we can to support our local businesses in these difficult circumstances. Now, while we've been challenged by the restrictions sometimes placed on us by Governor Polis and other state officials, that has not kept us from partnering with the state and using the tools made available to balance public safety and economic needs so that people can pay their bills and put food on the table. El Paso County set up the Regional Business Relief Fund, which injected $13 million into the local economy, and that program alone helped 864 local small businesses with grants that don't have to be paid back. And that saved 11,700 jobs and $1.1 billion in local economic output. We also supported enterprise zones and local business nonprofit organizations with that program. In the same vein as using every tool we have available, the county and the city have now established a sales tax rebate program so restaurants and other companies can get back some of the money they collect for sales tax. And this is another device for the companies to survive through the COVID pandemic. And finally, the Board of County Commissioners and the Clerk and Recorder have waived business liquor license fees for retail liquor establishments in unincorporated El Paso County. Again, another initiative to try to help companies to the best that we can. It's no secret that many businesses, as well as communities and civic leaders, had misgivings about the state's program, but at the end of the day, we felt it was better to establish this program so that our local businesses can have a better range of options. The best thing about this program is that each business can make its own decision about participation, and no business is required to apply if they do not wish to participate. As Mr. Draper mentioned, you can look at the cscedc.com/5-star website. This is part of the Chamber's website to learn more about this program, and I would encourage our local businesses to take a look at that. And while El Paso County is the organization that hit the send button on the application, we couldn't do this program without our great community partners. So I would like to thank the City of Colorado Springs, the Colorado Springs Chamber and EDC, the City of Fountain, the City of Manitou Springs, the Town of Monument, and especially El Paso County Public Health, and many others for their support and assistance in launching this program. Many of our partners are here today, and I thank them for their presence. I'd also like to express gratitude to the state for being partners with us in helping to make this a reality. Ladies and gentlemen, we will make it through this pandemic. And I predict 2021 will ultimately be a great year for our community. At this time, I would like to introduce the illustrious mayor of Colorado Springs, Mayor Suthers, to the podium for his remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, Dirk, and thank you, Commissioner Vanderwerf. As both of them have indicated, this program could not have been put together so quickly without the dedicated collaboration of the partners that are here today. El Paso County Public Health, El Paso County, the Chamber, and EDC and the city together put in many, many hours of study and organization into implementing this 5-star program to help our businesses and especially our local restaurants get through this terrifically difficult time. I also want to recognize the citizens of El Paso County because they've been doing the right thing, exercising discipline and vigilance and helping us reduce the spread of COVID-19 in our community. And without the improvement that we've had over the last several weeks, we would not be at the point we're at today and able to offer the benefits that we're offering today with this program. Over the past 2 weeks, the incidence of COVID-19 has dropped to 263 cases per 100,000 people. Our hospital systems are recovering, and both deaths and hospital admissions have dropped significantly and are continue to drift downward. This is good news, but it would be premature to let down our guard now. I have said that when this is all over, I am quite confident that Colorado Springs, El Paso County, will have proven itself to be among, if not the most resilient entities in the nation. But to assure this, we must remain diligent in our commitment to mask wearing, social distancing, and personal hygiene until the vaccine is fully distributed. A great amount of work and study has gone into learning how we can operate our economy in a way that does not increase the spread of the virus. The five-star businesses must prove themselves able to implement these measures so that people can feel safe patronizing each of these locations. I hope everyone will make a special effort as we round the corner, hopefully towards the end of this crisis, to support local businesses, especially those who have made such significant commitments to safety. I echo Commissioner Vanderwerf's remarks, folks. I think we're in a race between the virus and the herd immunity brought about by widespread vaccine distribution. But we got to keep focused, do the right thing, continue to take the safety measures, and hopefully by summer, we'll be a lot more back to normal than we've been since March of last year. And now it's my pleasure to introduce a true champion for our city's health and recovery, the Executive Director of El Paso County Public Health, Susan Whelan.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are grateful for the collaborative and innovative efforts of many in our community working to operationalize and gain approval of the five-star program in El Paso County. For several weeks now, an administrative committee has been spearheading the effort to make this program a reality for businesses throughout the region. We recognize that a healthy economy is a key part of a thriving community, and we have been working closely with partners from the business community for many, many months. Throughout these efforts, we have remained steadfast in identifying policies, strategies, and solutions that will help promote economic recovery while protecting the health and safety of our residents. We've recently achieved notable progress in our COVID-19 metrics as defined by the state. We have not observed these low of trends with the metrics that are judging us through the State Health Department since mid-October, and we are grateful for everyone who has stepped up during these difficult times. The combined efforts has allowed our county to be able to apply the five-star program. We are grateful to our community for their continued hard work, and we hope that this next phase of economic recovery provides some relief for our local businesses. Now is not the time to let up. We must continue to practice prevention measures. Wear a mask, wash your hands frequently. It's important. Practice social distancing and stay home when you're sick. This is a consistent prevention message, and now again is not the time to let up. These core prevention activities combined with vaccination efforts will help our community to return to some sense of normalcy. Now I'd like to introduce Greg Howard, who is the president of the Pikes Peak chapter of our local Colorado Restaurant Association.
Susan, thank you very much for that introduction. And Mayor Southers, thank you for getting us all together today. It's a big day for a lot of restaurants in the El Paso County region. I'm the president of the Pikes Peak chapter of the Colorado Restaurant Association. We have been working diligently with El Paso County Health to move forward to a day like today, where we can reward some restaurants that go over and above of the normal duties that we do to keep our staff and our patrons, customers, guests all safe. This is something that we take very seriously. Every day, even before the pandemic, is our sanitation and our cleanliness, but we've moved in a different direction, obviously, through this. It's done a lot of damage to businesses in our community, and the restaurants have suffered tremendously. But starting today with the 5-star program, restaurants can opt in to this program, and they can open up to 50% with 6-foot distancing between tables because of the metrics that we're in right now. So we're very proud to be moving in this direction, and the relationships that we've developed over the past 11 months have been incredible. I've worked with some incredible people and these great teams. I'm very proud of the community. And as Susan said, we really need to be diligent, and we need to keep practicing all of our social distancing and hand washing, and of course, staying home if you're ill. It's very important that we keep moving in this direction. The vaccines have been a great help, and we're looking forward to it as a restaurant community to move forward and to be able to open up our businesses to more guests, and also to be able to bring more staff back so that we can get people back working. So thank you very much.
That concludes our prepared remarks for today. I and other members who are here would be happy to answer any questions.
Hi there, Spencer Wilson with 11 News. I wanted to check, I know that we're going to have people go to these businesses. Who's going to those businesses? What department are they from? Do we have that figured out yet?
Yeah, actually, that's a third-party vendor who'll be doing the inspections. It's a company called Safe Built, and they're working with other counties in the Metro Denver area. They were selected by the county in a competitive process, and so they will be doing the inspections and the certifications that will be overseen by the administrative committee of these parties who are here today.
I'll just keep going until she's ready. Okay, real quick. Do we have a list of people who have already signed up? I know that we are just getting this rolling, but I'm assuming people are probably clamoring for this if they can.
People are ready for it. We have opted not to do pre-certifications until we had the state's approval. We got that earlier this week. We wanted to make sure we were ready to launch, so we are now ready to take those applications.
Hi there, Danielle Leon with Fox 21 News. Oh, sorry, Natalie. What kind of timeline are businesses looking at when it comes to submitting their application and then getting the inspection? What kind of timeline are they working with?
Danielle, what we expect the timeline would be approximately a 72-hour turnaround from when an application is submitted and an inspection is conducted and the certification is approved and communicated.
So I was going to ask also, talking to the state health department, they were talking about changing the COVID-19 dial from 2.0 to 3.0 to 4.0, depending on how far we've made it through the pandemic. Since the pandemic situation we are in is constantly changing, do we anticipate any changes to the 5-star program? I know we just got this started, but...
I'll turn that over to Susan Whelan with the health department.
Awesome.
I think that's a great question because there has been some discussion, and it's also been made public. I understand that it was a couple of days ago where public opinion was available, or it was being asked for, I think, through 5 p.m. And so what that looks like is, and this timeline could change, but if I were to guess, there could be an announcement on Friday where the state's dial is going to change. And now, what would the impacts be to El Paso County? I don't know for sure, but here's what I would anticipate as it relates to different options for the 5-star program. Currently, we have achieved level orange metrics to even be able to apply and to submit for the 5-star program. The state's dial will change to a 7-day metric, as well as some other aspects of those changes. So if our county meets the metrics for level yellow for 7 days, then what that would mean to the five-star program is that we would be able to operate in the blue. Now, keep in mind that others who have spoken up that in order to be a five-star certified business, there is an application process. You have to go above and beyond what's currently being done. There has to be an in-person inspection, and then you have to be certified, and you have to display the certification in your window. So as far as capacity, the state style, I understand the capacity levels are not going to change. However, the metrics are going to change so that we will be evaluated. Currently in the yellow, we are evaluated from we have to be below 175, so it's 100 to 175. What the state's new dial change could be, if this is what is going to be moved forward with, it will extend to 300. So it will be between 100 and 300. And El Paso County has to meet that metric, that incidence metric, for 7 days, and that clock will start once the state changes the dial. It can't start today. So hopefully that covers your question.
Yeah, and to just reiterate on that, just so I'm clear on it, you're saying the current metrics we have right now, 7 days past when we theoretically would adopt the new Dial 2.0, could shift us back a stage, which would then allow businesses with five-star variants in their window to go back even further, which would be almost towards the beginning of what we were seeing.
Yes, with our current metrics, we're evaluating on 14 days. It'll go down to 7 days, and then positivity as well as hospitalizations will change as well. We want to maintain our testing capabilities also, so folks know that if they're feeling ill and if they need to get a COVID test, that those are still free, and to please continue to go get your COVID test. But I think, as was stated earlier, this five-star program really opens up many options. It's not a one-size-fits-all for all businesses, but it does open up a lot of options. And the dial change will open up even more options.
And this isn't necessarily a question for you, it's a question for anyone who wants to field it. I know I was tracking Pueblo's five-star program as well. They were able to roll this out far sooner than us. What happened?
I think that's a great question, and I really want you to key in on this. El Paso County was not eligible to operate the program or even to get approval from the state because our metrics did not allow us to do so. So I think that's a pretty simple process. And I will make the point that the administrative group and all of the partners, they've been working on this. They wanted to be poised and ready. And so when El Paso County met its metrics to be eligible for the program, then the state would be able to swiftly give us the approval to operate. So El Paso County is not behind. We weren't, kind of sitting on our, well, hopefully that made the point. El Paso County is not falling behind. Everyone was very poised and ready. But we have to adhere to the state's public health order, the dial, and sometimes we're not able to move as quickly as other counties because of our metrics.
So just to circle back, so if we were to go back to level blue, capacity won't necessarily change, correct? Limitations?
So capacities will change if we are able to operate in the blue. My statement is that when the dial changes from the state, the capacities stay the same. Those are not going to change. But for example, like if we are able to operate in level blue, it would be 50% capacity for restaurants or 175 people indoors, where we currently are at level orange is 25% or 50 people capacity. Businesses that get certified and can operate in the yellow will be able to operate at 50% capacity or 50 people for up to 100 with using the social distancing calculator.
And this question is for the commissioner. Can you go back and just kind of reiterate the new programs that the county is waiving for businesses and whatnot, and what led you guys to do that?
Sure. Thank you for that question. The county, again, working with its partners, has conducted a whole range of, or has been involved in a whole range of different kinds of programs to help our businesses. The main one, when you're talking about businesses themselves, is the Business Relief Fund. And there were actually 2 rounds of the Business Relief Fund. The first round of business relief was funded by the CARES Act funding that the El Paso County received from the federal government. And the second round is being funded by some state funding. So in both of those cases, we've been able to help businesses with grants to allow them to tide over, during the coronavirus, and allow them to have a little bit of money under grant allocations to solve some of their financial problems. And then, of course, we had the Small Business Development Center, which is associated with the county, that was deeply involved in some of the earlier programs like the PPP program and those kinds of things. So we've had a long series of different types of engagements in the county to help companies get through this.
And the liquor license?
Yes. So we just waived the liquor license fees. That is retroactive to the 7 December of 2020 and will continue to 7 December of 2021. Anybody that submits either a new liquor license application or submits a renewal for a liquor license, the fees for that application will be waived, and the company will be allowed to hold on to those fees, those dollars. It's not a lot of money, but every bit helps.
Howdy. And actually, if I could ask this of our restaurant association chair here. He's got a second. Sorry, he thought he was done. All right, so I wanted to check. I've talked with a couple of restaurants over the time of this. Some of them were begging for this to come through. Some of them were not as happy about this, and they said they wanted more. Is this enough?
It is enough for some restaurants, and it definitely isn't enough for others. A lot of it really depends on the total capacities of a restaurant. So the size of the restaurant. A smaller restaurant, this isn't going to benefit them very much. But we don't have a silver bullet to get us through all this. So every program helps. Like Commissioner Van Holderwith said, with retaining the money for liquor licenses, that's one thing. The health department has done the same. We're retaining that with some grant money from the county, with PPP money. All of these programs have helped us all move forward. This is not going to be the silver bullet for every restaurant, but a lot of restaurants will benefit from this, and it is a step in the right direction.
And actually, Susan, can I drag you back up? Okay, so I was going to ask, going through this progress, do we have any anticipated issues? I know that we just started with this, but everything, of course, is going to be rolling smoothly until it doesn't, right?
Well, I think anytime that you start a new program and you're going to, learn some lessons. I mean, we hope that it's certainly smooth, but anytime you start a new program, there might be a few hiccups.
And then while we've got you up there, I was asked by one of my coworkers to ask about our vaccine questions. Is that okay if I ask you real quick on that?
Sure.
Okay. It's my understanding we now are seeing a disparity in terms of El Paso County getting vaccines compared to the rest of the state. Can you address that at all and how we're looking into it?
Mm-hmm. Sure. I mean, my understanding, in coordination with the State Health Department, we are one of a few counties that are experiencing some disparities as it relates to vaccine supply. And so that's different.